Claudia led a fairly normal childhood. She was born in California, where she lived with her parents and younger sister until she was 8 years old. It was then that her father acquired a new job and moved the family to Georgia and, 2 years later, to Arkansas. The moves devastated the young girl and profoundly affected her. But it wasn't until her first year of high school that she realized her unhappiness might have been more than the typical teenage blues. She cried every day and stopped enjoying all the activities that once made her happy. Although she had many loyal friends, she still felt alone and worthless, and it was at this point that she began binging and purging. Her bulimic habits only further fueled her misery. She decided to visit a psychiatrist, who diagnosed her with clinical depression. After being prescribed an antidepressant, Claudia's life began to turn around. She began eating normally again, and although her depression did not completely disappear, she began feeling more like her old self. It was later that year, however, that the family was again uprooted to Florida. 3 years passed, but weekly therapy sessions and constant medicinal changes seemed to suddenly stop the healing process for a now 17-year-old girl. In August 2004, Claudia attempted suicide. She was hospitalized and subsequently Baker-acted. During the 4 days she spent in the hospital, Claudia thought about her life and how she did not want to feel sorry for herself anymore. She was released and started making changes for a new beginning. She evicted negative forces from her life, including people. She threw herself into her schoolwork, and her hard efforts paid off. After graduating at the top of her class, Claudia is now enrolled in Florida State University's Dramatic Arts program. Claudia has hope for her future. "I take life one day at a time, but I know now that life is worth living," she says. "I may be on antidepressants for the rest of my days, but if they're a force that helps me realize the value of living, that's a risk I'm willing to take."